Hey guys, how's it going? This is Mike from M&R Automotive. Today we have a brand new F-150 Ford Raptor with a modular bumper, and we're installing a 40-inch curved Pro Series light bar. It offers amber daytime running lights as well as powerful white light. So the modular bumper on the Ford Raptor, it has accessory bolts here. So you have two on each side on top. We're going to actually use the outer one. So I'm going to take it out and thread the M&R bracket through it. So this bolt is a TP40, which is different from a T40. Make sure you have the proper tool so that way you don't strip it. TP40. So we're going to actually back this out. Same thing on the passenger side, we're going to be using the outside bolt. So now that we removed two of these bolts, don't put them away, we're going to actually reuse them with the M&R bracket. So let's go over what you get with the M&R kit. You get a 40-inch curved Pro Series light bar. You get a set of brackets. There's a P&D, passenger and driver. And then you get a set of mounting bolts for the light bar. And these are the factory bolts that we just took out. We're going to be reusing them. So let's go ahead and install the passenger side first. Let me show you how the bracket looks like. Notice that there's an oval part and a slot. The slot goes towards the light bar. The oval goes through the bolt that we just took out. All right, so we're going to reuse the factory bolt. We're going to thread it through the oval part of the bracket. And we're going to thread it. Notice that the bend is going towards the bumper on the inside of it. Awesome. Let's jump to the passenger side. We're going to grab the driver's side bracket. We're going to thread the factory bolt and we're going to rethread it. One thing I do want to add is that the brackets are not interchangeable. The driver's side is designed to be on the driver's side and the passenger side is designed to be on the passenger side. So let's go ahead and install the light bar. We're going to use the supplied hardware. I'm just going to finger tighten them first. Now that both of the bottom ones are in, now we can tighten the top ones. So now that the bolts are tightened on the light bar and it's mounted, let's go over the wiring. Because the vehicle has auxiliary switches, we're going to actually utilize them, and we have to get the wire inside the auxiliary switch hookup, which is around the battery. Let me show you how I run the wiring. I'm going to put my finger in here just to separate the trim, and I'm going to feed the light bar wire underneath the plastic trim. So this hides all the wiring behind the light bar, and now all the wiring from here, we just have to feed it up the engine bay to your auxiliary switches. This is probably a good step for somebody to help you fish it out from the top when you're pulling it from the bottom. So now that we have this in the engine bay, let's go over the wiring. The light bar is dual function, meaning that it has the primary function, powerful white light. That's going to be the power to the red cable, as well as a DRL, daytime running light, which is the amber backglow, and that would be the power to the white wire. So the black wire is the ground, and ultimately we use two auxiliary switches to cycle through the two functions of the light bar. So let me show you where the auxiliary switches are and how to hook them up. So let me show you the auxiliary switches that we're going to be using. The Raptor is equipped with auxiliary switches 1 through 6, and they have hot wires in the engine bay that we can connect the light bar to, and then we'll be able to switch it on and off using these switches. Alright, so if you look right next to the battery, there's a bundle of wires. There's 5 wires of different colors. These are your auxiliary switch hookups. Every color is a different switch that also has a different amperature rating. So we want to make sure we use the correct one. So looking at the color choices, the green wire with a brown tracer, that's going to be a 15 amp, that's switch number 2. A solid yellow wire, that's going to be 15 amp, switch number 3. A brown wire is a 10 amp, switch number 4. Switch number 5 is a blue wire with an orange tracer. That one is only 5 amps. And switch number 6 is a yellow wire with an orange tracer, and that's also 5 amps. So for something like the main function of the light, you want to put it on a 15 amp switch. So we'll use switch number 2, which is green with brown. And then the DRL function of the light bar, it barely takes any amperage. We want to put it on the weakest one, which for example is switch number 6. That's going to be the yellow with the orange tracer. So let me show you how to connect it. So we're going to go after switch number 2, which is the green wire with a brown tracer. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the protective sheathing. Let me try to get a stripping tool in here to strip it. If not, I'll use my pliers. Okay, got it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a crimp connector on here. So I've got this crimped. I'm going to pull on it. It's holding pretty good. So this is going to connect to the main function of the light bar, and that's going to be the red cable. So on this end, we're going to put it to the red. Okay, pull on to make sure you have a nice crimp. So switch number 6 is what we're going to use for the DRL, which is the yellow wire with the orange tracer. And we're going to connect that to the white cable of the light bar. So I'm going to go ahead and put a crimp connector on the yellow with the orange tracer. And just test tug to make sure you have a nice crimp. And we're going to connect it to the white cable. So that leaves us with a black wire that has a grounding strap. So we're going to put an eyelet on here. So we're going to use this grounding bolt in order to connect the ground. So I'm going to remove it, put the eyelet through it, and retighten it. Going to rethread the same bolt, now having the eyelet. Awesome, let's go ahead and test it. So we're going to use switch 2 for the main function, which is the powerful white light. Let's take a look. Wow, this thing is bright. And let me show you the amber for switch number 6. Wow, it looks really nice. I love the fact how it matches all the rest of the ambient amber lighting. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and got the confidence that you need to install this light bar yourself. I know you guys are going to love the product.